I'm Ryan Seacrest. And hey, are you going to get me in the picture? Down here. Can't get a good cameraman. All right, let's do this. I'm not Ryan Seacrest, and this is American Patriot. Kieran, dim the lights. Not that much, moron. Roll the intro.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hey guys, how's it going? American Patriot here. Welcome to another special edition of American Patriot. Why is it special? Because you're here, of course, and we're going to have a good time. As I promised in the first video, our first series is going to be on parenting. Recently, I started taking a different view on life. Instead of focusing so much on my dreams and passions and wants and desires, I started thinking more about leaving a legacy. And I have to believe there's nothing else that could have a bigger impact on our world than raising our kids properly. There is a very distinct war being waged on the youth of our nation. When you study the different aspects of war and how it's implemented, it really starts to bring light to some of the things going on in our world right now. It's the ongoing battle between good and evil. What I'm calling evil doesn't kick down your door and say, "Here I am." It makes a very silent, slow, stealthy entry. In our society, it seems it's been a very slow progression, but as of late, it seems to be progressing rapidly. Our kids are the future leaders of this world. They're going to decide which way this country goes. So I'm saying let's wage our own war against the darkness, against the evil that's coming against our youth. I think raising them properly, leading them in the right direction is the first step to making this right, which is only going to make things better for their generation and the generations that follow. Have you ever went in a store like Walmart and you hear this kid on the next aisle? He is throwing the fit of all fits. I'm not talking about just a little crying fit. He sounds like his limbs are being ripped off by a T-Rex. And it's all because his parents told him he couldn't have something that he wanted. He's played this game before. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows exactly how to get what he wants. So he throws this massive fit. The parents give in. Kids get the toy. He gets exactly what he wants. They leave the store. End of story.
Until next time.
They just created a monster. So if you like that type of behavior, you're probably not going to like this series at all, so you probably just need to click off and move on. But if you desire to have kids that are mindful and respectful of others, respectful to you as well, I wholeheartedly promise you this series will make a difference. With a lot of these techniques, you're going to see results instantly. And don't you love instant results? You have that desire, you're stepping up to the plate, proud of you. I know you can do it. We can go through this together. We're not finished. We're not through the whole process yet. So we can continue to walk through this together and kind of share our experiences as we go. So to sum that up, if you want your kids to grow up to be disrespectful losers, this probably isn't going to work for you. But I don't think you're that kind of person, are you? You're smarter than that. Because we're Americans, right? What kind of person wants their kid to fail anyway, right? So maybe you're just getting started. You're new to this parenting gig, just wanting to learn some new things. Maybe you're further along and you're just realizing, man, there's some things I really haven't been doing right. That's okay too. At least you have the sense to realize that. These steps will still work for you as well. All the techniques we'll talk about are tried and true. We've used them ourselves. And so I know you guys are saying, what gives you the right to tell us how to raise our kid? What type of street creds do you have? So here we go. Been married to the same beautiful woman for 19 years now. We have, count them, 4 amazing kids. 4 amazing kids. We have 4 kids. 4 kids. Anyway, aged anywhere from 3 years old up to 14 years old. And I'm speaking with all honesty here. It's probably biased opinion. They are some of the most respectful, confident kids I know, and I'm so proud of them for that. When we're out in crowds or wherever we're at, I never have to worry about them getting in trouble or saying something they shouldn't say, or really having to watch over them that much, because we spend a lot of time early on using these techniques. The more training you do up front, the less you're going to have to do down the road. Even our 3-year-old already knows how to say yes sir, yes ma'am, and he's still working on getting it right. Sometimes he calls me ma'am, but that's part of the process, and I'm not going to get on to him for that. I can tell he really wants to work on it. He wants to make it right. All of my kids are very strong-willed. Not strong-willed in a bad way, but strong-willed in a good way. They possess can't-fail attitudes. They wholeheartedly believe that whatever they put their minds to, they can accomplish that. And isn't that really what we want for our kids? I know it's what I want for mine, and I know it's what I want for yours, because that would make America a better place, I promise you. My 3-year-old thinks he could climb Mount Everest, and it seems like he's training to make it happen, because it seems like he's climbing on everything in the house. Sorry. So just bragging on him a little bit more. I know, proud dad here. Let's say we've gone out to eat somewhere, just out at a restaurant. I promise you, before the night is over, someone will stop and tell us how well-mannered and respectful our kids are. It happens every single time. I know you think I'm kidding you, but I'm not. I actually updated this video from the previous one I recorded. In the first video, I told a story about my wife being with kids at Lowe's and an older gentleman trying to give my kids money because they were so well-mannered and respectful to him. They were trying to help him out with something, I believe. Since then, I was with my wife and kids on a weekend. We were at a retail store that I'm not going to name. And they're standing in line with this lady to get some food. As they come back, they're holding cash in their hands and they say, "This woman asked us to get her something in the line, and because we were respectful and well-mannered to her, she ended up giving us money." I think she gave each of them $3 or something. Then she proceeds to come over and ask me, "Are these your kids?" "Yes, ma'am, they are. They're so well-mannered. You guys are doing a great job." And I know I probably had this dumb look on my face like, that's just how they're supposed to act. It's not like some big miraculous thing just happened here, you know. It's what we expect out of them. And they've realized that by being respectful and well-mannered, life is usually somewhat easy for them. They realize that people are much easier to get along with when you respect them. Weird concept, isn't it? You may need to do a video on that. Pretty perceptive for young adults, though. Training our kids to behave in this manner didn't happen overnight for us. It took years, and it's still taking years of diligent, focused, consistent work. It is hard. It is not easy. But I guarantee you it will work, and the reward is well worth it. We're going to talk about what your kids need and want to hear from you, what your kids don't need to hear from you, things you should never say to your kids. What are some of the effects that video games, smartphones, and technology are having on our kids? How's social media affecting our kids? And why are our kids committing suicide at such a high rate? This stuff's very important, and it's worth taking a look at, guys. It's worth doing your homework trying to get this figured out. So stick with us. Guys, I'm excited that you're ready to take this journey. I'm proud of you. I know that you can do it. I'm excited to hear some success stories that you guys may have. More than glad to hear those, and I know you will have them. If you glean anything at all from them, guys, please subscribe, like, share. That encourages us to keep going and lets us know that we're doing a good job. So guys, hang in there. I know you can do it, and we will see you soon. Rise above. Love you guys. Patriot out.